Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready with me. I'm sorry if this video is super long, but I have not filmed a video in so long, so I feel like I was so chatty and so talkative today, so I hope you guys enjoy the long video. But pretty much this video is for if you are getting ready as well, you can do your makeup with me, we can do our makeup together and have fun and just hang out. So you're going to want to grab yourself a drink and a snack and get all your makeup ready because we are about to do our makeup together. Okay, so I have no idea what type of look I want to do today. All I know is that I want to use this beautiful Holy Grail palette again by Voss. I filmed a video with this palette a few weeks ago, so if you guys want to check out the look that I did earlier, I will link it in the description box as well as above in this video. But I feel like the look that I did last time was very vibrant and very bright, so I'm going to do something a little bit darker and different this time. As always, I applied my moisturizer off camera because I feel like that's kind of boring to watch because it's like a clear liquid. But I went ahead and applied the Lancome Energy Divine Daily Moisturizing Gel. As you guys already know, I'm obsessed with this stuff. It's one of my favorite daytime moisturizers. It's almost empty, so I kind of want to go back and buy another one because this stuff is like literally my all-time favorite. And then to prime my skin, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. You guys know that I don't always use primers, but I feel like sometimes it is beneficial. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my fingers, kind of warm it up, and then press it into the T-zone area so that it actually fills in my pores and doesn't just like slide around. Alright, so now that I am primed and smooth like a baby's butt, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I'm going to put this on my eyelids to get them primed. Same thing with the face primer. When you're priming your eyes, less is more. You just want to get a little bit on to get the eye area ready. And a lot of people don't know, but I always like to prime my under eyes as well with the same eyeshadow primer because it helps any like bottom mascara or bottom eyeshadow actually stay on. Okay, so my skin is feeling amazing now. So now that my skincare is done, we can go ahead and apply makeup. So before I actually do any foundation or concealer, I'm going to go ahead and color correct my under eye area. I'm going to be using the Smashbox Look Less Tired orange color. I already filmed a review and like first impression on all three of the color correctors from Smashbox. If you guys want to see that, I will link it below. You guys already know that I am obsessed with Smashbox and all of their products. I feel like I have not found anything bad from Smashbox yet, and I'm not just saying that. So with this one, I'm just going to put a little bit under my eye area, only where I have a little bit of purple tones. And then I'm just going to use my finger and blend it out. And then for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Ultra HD from Makeup Forever. I have this in the shade Y235. I'm pretty sure this is my exact color, but I can't remember because I have not used this foundation in quite a while. But what I'm going to do is squirt it on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to dip my Sigma F80 on the back of my hand and surely apply a little bit at a time. I never ever like to just put a lot on my face and then blend it out because I feel like it makes it kind of harder to work with. I feel like working off the back of your hands makes it way more flawless, way more seamless because you have more control and you don't accidentally put too much product on your face. So yeah, I'm just going to be like stippling this bad boy all over this mug to get all my acne and redness and all of that nastiness covered. I really want to start doing more chit chat get ready with me videos because I don't know why, I feel like I don't talk to you guys enough. Like I feel like sometimes like when I do my videos where I do voiceovers or when I have music to it, it kind of like doesn't show my personality and it kind of just is like boring. So I think I'm going to try to do more like talkative videos and stuff like that. So if you guys want to know like more about me and ask me questions, I would love to do a Q&A. So just feel free to like ask me anything you guys want because I'm honestly very open and comfortable with myself, so I don't mind I don't mind answering like literally any question you guys want to know about me. Like I'm an open book, to be honest with you. Oh my god, there is a train going by. I'm like, I can't even get mad anymore. Literally like every single time I'm filming a train goes by. But I like low-key love it. I think it's kind of like relaxing to hear the train. I really love it because so like the reason why you guys hear trains a lot during my videos is because I live like literally by 2 different train tracks and I swear to god they like go by every like couple hours, so it's just kind of like inevitable that in my videos occasionally you are going to hear trains going by. So I've only put 1 pump on so far. I just put a second pump on my hand. I'm going to kind of work a little bit more of this foundation on my face before I do my concealer. So before I apply my concealer, I almost forgot to go get my Beauty Blender wet and like wash and all that. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my Beauty Blender, then I'll be back to apply my concealer for you guys. Alright, I got my sponge finally. And then for my under eyes today, I'm going to be using the new Bare Minerals Bare Skin Under Eye Concealer. You guys already know that I've been using this for quite a while now, and I'm really happy with it and in love with it. It's like 20 bucks, so how could you beat that price? For being like a concealer at Sephora and other like places that sell Bare Minerals, I feel like that's a good price because I feel like drugstore stuff is getting to be really high up in prices. Like, I feel like this can be like low-key considered like a drugstore price. So usually for my under eyes, I just go in with the Beauty Blender by itself, but since I put the orange under my concealer, I'm going to be using the Airbrush 57 from Sephora Collection. And the reason I'm using this, not the sponge, is because I don't want the sponge to absorb any of the concealer because I'm needing the concealer to hide the orange pigment. So with this concealer brush, all I'm doing is just doing very light, soft stippling motions just so that I don't move the orange around, because if I was to go in and to start rubbing like this, all it would do is just like slip and slide the orange around and it would just make it look really bad. This is hands down my favorite concealer brush. It's the perfect size for your under eye area. Usually I'll use the Beauty Blender if I don't want a lot of coverage under my eyes, but when I need a little bit more coverage, I'll use this brush because this won't absorb any pigment or like make it sheer out with the water. So this is the way to get a little bit more coverage than the Beauty Blender can offer. Oh, my arm hurts already. I'm going to go in and apply a little bit more of that under eye concealer just to make sure that all of that orange is hidden so I don't look like a hot mess. Alright, let's go back to blending. Then I'm just going to use my sponge to just help soften that out. But I'm not going to really push the sponge directly under my eye because I don't want it to move around the orange. I'm just kind of using the sponge to diffuse out the edges of the concealer just in case if there is like a line of demarcation or anything like that. And then this may come as no surprise, but I'm going to be using my favorite translucent setting powder. It's the Coty Airspun. You guys already know how I feel about this. This is my like literal favorite translucent powder. I'm pretty much just going to be dipping my brush in the lid to get it on the brush, and then I will be lightly setting it everywhere that I put the liquid and cream products. And with powder, less is more, but since I have very oily skin, I can kind of get away with applying a lot of it, but just be cautious if you have dry skin to not apply too much so that your face doesn't get too dry and cakey. I usually apply most of my powder in like the under eyes, then T-zone, and I use the excess to kind of like set the rest of the face. So usually I'll just kind of take whatever excess is on my T-zone or under eyes and then use that to buffer on the face just so that I don't look too dry or too cakey. Okay, so now that I've drowned myself in powder, I'm going to let this kind of like sit on my skin and process for a few minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. My eyebrows usually take a little bit of time, so if you guys want to see me do my eyebrows, I will link my eyebrow like tutorial down below. So if you guys want to see that, check it out in the description box, and I'll be right back with my eyebrows done. And then we will move on to eyes. So now that I have eyebrows, we can move on. I was going to do my eyeshadow next, but I decided that I want to add a little bit of bronzer first because I look like I am literally going to faint because my foundation makes me look so pale, so I'm just adding a little bit of this Sephora Collection bronzer. You can't buy it anymore, so don't kill me for using it on camera, but it's called the Sol de Rio. This is like the biggest bronzer I own. I'm obsessed with this. It is amazing. And I'm using a very big like fluffy brush just to kind of like make the bronzer look a little bit more natural and not too like condensed in one area. Because I'm not really contouring with this, I'm just kind of like using it as the bronzer just to make me look a little bit darker. I'm also going to take a little bit of that bronzer on the nose area. Obviously my temples because I have a very big 5 head, so we're gonna, you know, reduce that a little bit. Alright, that's enough bronzer for now. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna apply a little bit more later, but let's move on and do the eyes. So like I said earlier, I'm using the new Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I don't know if this is available for sale still, so I'm sorry if it's not available right now, but hopefully they'll be relaunching it soon because, like, look at how beautiful this gorgeous palette is. Why would you not want this palette? I mean, come on, like, look at all of these gorgeous colors. So I'm going to use the shade Crystal first to get my eyelids kind of like prepped and neutralized. I'm using a flat placement brush, and I'm literally just going to put that everywhere from my lash line all the way up to my eyebrow. This has a little bit of shimmer in it. It's not like super shimmery, so you don't want to apply too much. You just kind of want to act as like a base shadow. And then next I'm going to be using my Morphe M441. I'm going to go into the shade right here, Bestie. It's kind of like a softer caramel matte brown. I'm going to kind of slap that bad boy in the crease to get my crease area going. One thing I want to get your guys' opinions on, I really want your guys' opinion on my monthly favorites videos, because I didn't do a monthly favorites for March because, or not March, for February, because I just didn't feel like I had a lot of products that I wanted to talk about. So I really didn't want to just like fake it and grab a bunch of random stuff and talk about it. Let me know what you guys think about if I should continue my monthly favorites or if I should just kind of randomly do them occasionally whenever I have a group of like 10 to 15 products I want to talk about, because I just don't want to like do all of these monthly favorites videos and have them be too repetitive. So I might honestly just start doing just kind of like current obsessions. It's kind of more genuine to do like random current favorite videos as opposed to like January favorites, February favorites, March favorites, because I just feel like that's going to be a little bit too like much if I continue doing my favorites every month. But I don't know, just like let me know what you guys think, because obviously I'm open to like suggestions because I want you guys to be happy with the content I produce for you guys. So if you guys want to see monthly favorites, obviously I will bust my ass and like film them for you guys even if I don't have a lot of products. But let me know what you guys think because I want to hear your opinion. And with this color, I'm just like literally dipping a little bit, putting it on, doing about 30,000 million soft circle motions to blend it out. So I am almost done with this step. I like to do both eyes at the same time because sometimes if I do one eye and then the other one later, it will not be the same. Like there'll be like little slight differences. And then using that same color Bestie, I'm going to use a small kind of smudge brush. I'm going to apply that all along the bottom lash line like this. And then with that same small brush, I'm going to go into the shade. I want to go a little bit darker, so I'm going to take Are You Kidding Me? Like, that name though, just so cute. I'm going to use this shade with that small smudging brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in the outer third area. And then I'm going back to my Morphe M441 and lightly softening those two colors together. Alright, so we're going to go darker now. I'm going to take my, what brush is this? The MAC 217. And I'm going to use this beautiful dark kind of purpley brownie shade called Teddy Bear right here. So this color is going to go kind of majorly only on the lid area right here. And after I get most of it applied, I'm going to go back to my other brush and then soften it out. You guys, I'm really loving how this is looking so far. This color Teddy Bear is like legit so pretty. Can you guys see that close up? It's freaking hot. So I'm pretty much almost done with my eyeshadow, but I'm just going back to my Morphe M441 and kind of like lightly softening all the colors together just to make sure they aren't harsh or there isn't any harsh lines. To finish off the eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the shade Crystal again with the Morphe B80. I'm going to apply a little bit of that in the inner corner highlight area. Just like literally right in the inner corner tear duct right there. And then for the mascara, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant. If you guys have not tried this yet, you need this mascara in your life. Just watch when I apply it. It is like such a good transformation because my lashes are so blonde. It gives you a really good example of how well it works. Go in and start wiggling it from the base and lightly just keep wiggling. I like to spend a little bit of time on my eyelashes and just kind of sit there for a while and kind of just work the mascara in and just make sure I separate and coat every lash. Get these lashes looking like a false lash strip. This is why this is one of my favorite mascaras. It is phenomenal. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on the bottom lashes as well. I went through a phase a few months ago where I like literally never did bottom mascara. I don't know why. I feel like it made me look so dead. I've been like loving bottom mascara again. So now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder to put under my eyes to kind of brighten and help kind of clean up any fallout. I'm using the shade in the middle, which is the one that I use the most. It's called Incandescent Light. So I'm taking a little bit of that incandescent light and just kind of sweeping it under my eye. This has very, very, very micro fine glitter in it that kind of fills in your lines and wrinkles. Next, I'm going to go back into that bronzer I used earlier with a fan brush. I'm going to use a very, very, very small amount and kind of put it on my nose. It kind of just helps it look a little bit more straight. And then to highlight my cheekbones even more, I'm going to go into the Kat Von D eyeshadow called Thunderstruck. If you guys have not tried this yet or heard me rave about it, this is a eyeshadow that works as a beautiful highlight for pale people like me. So I'm going with my Anastasia brush A23. I'm going to dip a little bit of that on the brush and then apply it on the high points of my cheekbone, literally very softly because this is an eyeshadow, so it's a little bit more pigmented. So you want to use less than a normal highlight, but this is just so freaking pretty. You guys, look at this color. And then next for my lips, I'm going to start by lining them with the NYX lip liner. I have this in the shade Mauve. This is a really, really pretty dark kind of neutral pinky purple shade. So I'm going to start by lining them with this color, then I'm going to put a lipstick on after. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to be using Bite Beauty's Pepper. If you guys have not heard of Bite Beauty before, it's available at Sephora. They have a very, very, very wide selection of lip products. The brand is all natural. I think that Bite Beauty has like one of the best formulas of lipsticks ever. Alright, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me today. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. I really want to thank you guys again for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.